The arrested opposition lawbreakers may not get bail because they threaten the security of the witnesses. Because some people have been saying, you give these people bail, give them bail. Yes, but because they are not Democrats, when we release them, they attack the witnesses. You cannot have democracy without people with the spirit of democracy, with fascists. Why should you intimidate a witness if you are innocent? Why? And threaten. So the answer why we oppose bail is because they come now to attack the witnesses. Now, if we allow the witnesses to be attacked, in the future we shall not get witnesses. And what will happen? The security forces can even start doing other bad things. Like if they are blocked, the legal way is blocked, they can start extrajudicial executions. Shoot somebody, say, oh, he was running away. He was escaping, we shot him. You should be happy that the security forces are not doing mob justice.
So the president is totally misinformed, totally out of for him to say that gangs attacked a police station. There were no police station that was attacked. It is the military that descended to people in my home, and these killings happened in a garage in my home. So there is no way you could say, and we are going to put him to shame, because in that place I have cameras. Not only cameras, there were people who recorded videos. That's why after killing all the people who are there, they did another firing and ensured that they retrieved every dead person and parked trucks and took them to Congo Hospital. We have footage of soldiers carrying dead bodies. We also have a footage of 2 soldiers that were shot at the site. Therefore, for him to allege a terrorist act on me and on any of the people who are victims of state violence is extremely unfortunate and unbecoming of a head of state.
I owe nothing to nobody. There's nobody I care about if you try to play around with it, because I owe nothing to you, not even to the government. Because the civilians gave up. That's why they do mob justice. Gave up on the legal system. But the security people are still bringing these people to court. The arrested opposition lawbreakers may not get bail because they threaten the security of the witnesses. It is this undemocratic culture of some of the opposition elements that has been provoking the security forces to fill these gaps. Therefore, what the security forces have been doing recently is not a regression in the fight for freedom.
The Commission hereby declares Chiwabro Kaguta Museveni the duly elected President of the Republic of Uganda.
All licensed mobile network operators to implement a temporary suspension public internet access.
And as you know, democracy dies in the dark.
We had nothing, not even a single stone, not even a single stick. We have no guns.
I want to thank the armed forces for maintaining peace. And the refugees should also be consulted. There are 480,000 Congolese refugees in Uganda. And I was telling you that Uganda is the richest country in refugees.
But I don't mind because many of my relatives are in Tanzania, so.
All licensed mobile network operators to implement a temporary suspension public internet access.
And as you know, democracy dies in the dark.
We had nothing, not even a single stone, not even a single stick. We have no guns.
I want to thank the armed forces for maintaining peace.
The internet restriction directed is in line with the legitimate purpose.
Streets of Kawempe were filled with the sight and sound of a heavily militarized election. Mambas, patrol trucks and foot soldiers roamed the constituency, sending a message that the state had its eyes on the vote. But
we kept raising the matter of the brutality that was occasioned in the Kawempe North by-election. Government kept giving us commitments. I remember the Honorable David Mohozi was here. He gave a response expressing dismay about some of the happenings, beating up of people, journalists, and he promised to investigate and get back to the House. Honorable David Bahati, in the same vein, rose up and said this is wrong, and on behalf of government, he said he's going to follow up. He even said he will visit one journalist who had been brutalized, the one Miracle Ibra. He said government will even take care of the medical bill, and he said he would get back to us. And you, Right Honorable Speaker, tasked government to follow up and get back to the House. Honorable Speaker, the situation only got worse. It's as if the matters that were raised here and the task you gave them was taken for granted. The situation got a lot more precarious. Honorable Speaker, after our candidate in that race, one Luimbazi Nalukola, was assaulted, our supporters were brutalized, several leaders were brutalized, including on election day. In fact, Honorable Speaker, some of your members here were badly brutalized, still nursing injuries. Journalists were not spared either. They were badly beaten. Others were abducted and taken in drones, only to be dumped later with injuries. Honorable Speaker, can government provide an explanation to this House? Who was responsible for this brutality? We want to know, because we raised these matters here. The government officials who spoke, they expressed concern and dismay over these particular matters. Can we know who commandeered this?